Hey there, tech fans. Today I've got the brand new Orei UHD-416MVW HDMI matrix and video wall controller. This product was engineered to make it incredibly easy for you to connect 4 high-definition media devices to 16 high-definition monitors at the same time while providing complete control over which of those media streams is being displayed on each one of the monitors at any given time by simply tapping a few buttons on the front of the unit, using the included infrared remote control, by connecting it to your local network and opening a web browser, or through a direct RS-232 connection to a local computer. But it's also a video wall controller that allows you to display one of those input streams across all 16 monitors at the same time, creating a gigantic video wall. And it provides multi-viewer functionality where you can display all 4 of the media streams on a single monitor at the same time. The product fully supports 4K ultra high definition media content at up to 60 frames per second, and it's both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant, which means it's plug and play compatible with a wide range of modern media equipment. The product also provides audio extraction capabilities where it can digitally separate the audio from the media that you're displaying, and then allows you to pass that audio along to a soundbar or a home stereo for that full theater experience. Now, as part of this overview, I'd like to start with a quick unboxing just to show you everything that's included with the product, and then I'll take a closer look at the unit, and I'll explain the connections and indicators so you understand exactly how to use it, and then I'll come back one more time and point out some of the special features that this product provides that you can use to compare it to other products you may be considering. So let's get started with the unboxing. When you first open up the box, you'll find the unit. You'll find an AC cord you can plug into a standard outlet and plug it into the rear of the unit, and that'll provide all the power you'll need for operation. Also included is a short LAN cable that you can use to connect this to your local network. You'll also find an RS-232 connector that plugs into a USB-A connection on your computer if you'd like to control it from there. You'll find another RS-232 connection block, an infrared remote control that allows you to make your selections from quite a distance away from the product, and a full instruction manual is also included that lists connection diagrams, specifications, and a lot of other really good information about the product that you'll need to understand in order to use it correctly. Now, if you stay tuned next, I'll take a closer look at the unit, and then I'll come back and point out some of the special features that you can use, again, to compare it to other products you may be considering. The unit features a full metal enclosure, which makes it incredibly durable. There are ventilation holes on the top and ventilation fans on either side that draw air in across the electronics and evacuate it through the other side and through these ventilation holes on the top. And that's designed to keep the electronics inside at a very comfortable temperature. On the front of the unit, on either side, you'll find mounting flanges. You can use these to mount this into a video rack really easily. On the left-hand side in the front, you'll find a digital display which lists the current configuration you have set for the unit and allows you to gather other information about the current status of the product. To the right of that is a power indicator on the top. When you add power to the module, it starts an internal power on self-test once you turn it on. Once it passes that test, it'll light that LED letting you know it's ready to use. Below that is a lock indicator. You can hold this lock button down over here for a couple of seconds, and that actually locks all the buttons on the front of the unit. And if you put it in a lock mode, that LED will come on, letting you know you're in lock mode. Below that is a window where the infrared receiver signals are picked up from the remote control. So when you set this up in your media center, make sure that window is visible if you're using the remote control. To the right of that are a collection of buttons right here. 4 are labeled input, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and the others are labeled output, 1 through 9, 0, and all. And these allow you to make a selection of which input is being sent to which output monitor. You can tap the input, tap the output, and that'll make the connection. And again, that's fully explained in the manual. To the right of that, you'll find 8 more buttons here. The top left says lock, that's the lock button. You can hold it down for a few seconds and lock these buttons. Below that is a save button. You can save the current configuration of how you have the input and output relationship set up by tapping the save button. Above that on the right is a resolution button. You can tap that a few times and walk through the various resolutions that the product supports in case you have different resolution monitors or media content. Below that is a recall button. If you've saved configurations, you can walk through those using the recall button and recall those to make your setup easier in the future. On the right, above that, is an EDID button. You can tap that and walk through the different EDID settings that help you establish input resolution versus output resolution. And again, the manual explains that. Below that is an info button. You can tap that to find out the current IP address of the unit and a few other parameters like baud rate and serial number and other important details. Finally, to the right of that, you'll find a Next button up top, and that allows you to walk through the different options in the configuration menus. And below that is an Enter button you can use to confirm your selection. On the rear of the units where you'll make all your connections, starting on the left, you'll find a LAN port right there, as well as an RS-232 connector and another RS-232 connection block. This allows you to connect this unit directly to your network, and then you can open a web browser from any computer on that network to access the internal GUI. You can also make a direct connection from here using the cable included with the kit to connect to a local computer to make some selections, and you also have one additional RS-232 connection block right there. Below that are 4 full-sized HDMI ports labeled input 1, 2, 3, and 4. These connect to whatever media devices you'd like to share the content from with your output monitors. To the right of that, you'll find 16 full-sized HDMI ports that you can use to connect your high-definition monitors to the unit, and then decide which of these inputs is sent to which of these outputs. To the right of that is an AC input port, and that's used with the included power cable. You'll plug that in here, plug it into a wall outlet, and that'll be all the power you'll need to operate the product. To the right of that is a switch you can use to turn the unit on and off if you need to do that. And finally, a grounding stud to the right of that you can use to ground the cabinet to eliminate background static during operation. That's pretty much it for the unit. I hope that closer look was helpful. Now here are a few really important things to keep in mind when you're comparing the Orei UHD-416MVW with other products you may be considering. To start with, this single product is really 3 products in one. It's an HDMI matrix that allows you to really easily connect 4 high-definition media devices to 16 monitors at the same time, while providing complete control over which of those media streams is being displayed on each one of the monitors at any given time by simply tapping a few buttons on the front of the unit, or by using the included infrared remote control from a distance away from the product, or by connecting it to your local network and then opening a web browser on any computer on that network, or through a direct RS-232 connection on the rear to a local computer. And because it's a matrix, you can display the same media stream across all 16 monitors or mix and match as needed. But it's also a multi-viewer, which allows you to display all 4 inputs on a single monitor at the same time, and it's a video wall controller that allows you to display one of those input media streams across all 16 monitors at the same time that have been organized into a gigantic video wall. And the fact that it fully supports 4K content at 60 frames per second and is both HDMI 2.0 as well as HDCP 2.2 compliant means it's plug-and-play compatible with all of your modern media equipment. And those certifications are important because the HDMI standard has gone through a lot of changes in recent years. There have been a lot of new features introduced, so knowing you're on one of the latest versions of HDMI means you can immediately take advantage of all those features. And the HDCP certification is equally important because that controls copy protection. So again, knowing you're on one of the latest versions of HDCP means you can play a wider variety of file types with this product. And finally, the unit provides audio extraction capabilities where it can digitally separate the audio component from the media that you're displaying, and then allows you to pass that along through an analog and a digital connection to a home stereo or a soundbar for that full theater experience. Everything you need to get started is included with the kit, and with a few simple connections you can be up and running in no time. So until next time, stay nerdy.